What else do you want to make sure that you're not doing when it comes to the music industry? There's a lot of do's and don'ts. Being that it's going into the year 2016, you can't do things like they used to do in the music industry. Now, when I got into the music industry, people were making records. Now, I'm talking about like real records, not CDs. Put it like this. I have an 11-year-old son. Okay, my son's 11 years old. He has never, ever came up to me and said, "Dad, can you buy this CD for me?" He knows nothing about that experience. He has no interest in a CD. Now, he'll download some music. And better yet, let me tell you a little story about him. Okay? There's two songs that came out in the early 80s that people over 30 would know. Karma Chameleon by Culture Club. And just the other day he was singing Hall & Oates, Out of Touch. These were back in the 80s. He knew the words to both of those songs. And those are not the only two songs, but those are the two songs I'm remembering right now. He knew all the words to both of those songs. You want to know why? Because he plays video games. That's where he learned it from. He didn't learn it by buying a CD. Not at all. So you have to jump on a boat of where people are getting their music from nowadays. Who do you know? And better yet, when was the last time you went into the store and said, "Yeah, let me get this CD"? CDs are not what it used to be back in the day. When I was coming up in the music industry, the format changed from record to cassette to CD. When it got to CDs were starting to price. The higher ones was like $17 and $18 for a CD. The lower ones was maybe about $7. But you have to look at the format of what you're doing. You got to do things different. When people talk about, "Yeah, I got another mixtape," I'm like, come on, they was doing mixtapes back then. Why are you still doing mixtapes? And if that's all you have, you don't have a music business. You cannot grow a music business off of mixtapes. You can't do anything with a mixtape. It'll make a good coaster for when I'm drinking and I have something to put it on. That's about it. But there's nothing worth a mixtape. You have to come up with something inventive. You want to be innovative when it comes to your music business. You want to start a new format or engage the people where they're at of who you're trying to attract. You know, there's a book that's out that's called Follow the Pirate. I believe that's the name of the book, and excuse me if I'm wrong. But it's basically telling you, if you're following the pirate, they'll let you know exactly where the holes are at in your business. For example, when people pirate CDs, it was because the CDs were so high. They were like $18, and people that was pirating the CDs were doing it for $5. They knew people wanted to pay less for the CDs. So you should price your product at that point. You should be following the pirates. Now, you can't even sell a CD if you wanted to. You couldn't even give it away if you wanted to. Why? Because people, you know, they're always on their phone. They're downloading from off their phone. They're ripping the music if they do get a CD and putting it in the computer, ripping it so that they can put in other devices. So they're not walking around with CDs. You know what I mean? So you got to do things different. Try it. Tell me if it works.